Have you ever wondered what really changes in old age that no one talks about? Aging brings wisdom, perspective, and a certain freedom. But it also carries quiet shifts in your body and mind that can surprise even the most prepared among us. These are not the usual things you hear at the doctor's office or read in a magazine. They are the hidden truths, the subtle changes that shape your daily life in ways you may not expect. In this video on Wise Living, we're going to uncover 8 truths about aging after 75 that you've likely never heard before. Each one will give you a clearer picture of what's happening beneath the surface and how you can adapt to keep living well. Some will confirm what you may have quietly noticed in yourself. Others might completely change how you see this stage of life. Stay with me until the very end, because the last truth may challenge what you've always believed about growing older and open the door to a new way of thinking about your future. Let's begin. Number 1. Your taste for certain foods may suddenly shift. After 75, you might notice that the foods you once craved no longer bring the same satisfaction, while others you barely touched before now seem more appealing. This change can be subtle at first. Your morning coffee might taste a bit weaker, or a favorite dessert may feel less flavorful than you remember. Over time, it can become more pronounced, altering your eating habits in ways you never expected. One of the main reasons for this shift is the natural decline in your sense of taste and smell. Taste buds become less sensitive with age, and the nerve pathways that transmit flavor signals to the brain may not work as efficiently as they once did. Smell plays a big role in flavor perception, and if that sense has dulled, even the most seasoned dishes can feel bland. Certain medications common in later years can also interfere with taste, either muting it or creating an unusual aftertaste. You might also notice changes in how you react to certain textures or temperatures. Foods that once felt refreshing, like chilled fruit, may now feel too cold for sensitive teeth. On the other hand, warm and soft foods might feel more comforting and easier to enjoy. These shifts are not simply about preference. They are your body's way of adjusting to its current comfort and sensory needs. While this change can sometimes lead to a reduced appetite, it can also be an opportunity to explore new flavors. Spices, fresh herbs, and different cooking techniques can bring back vibrancy to meals. For example, if you used to prefer mild foods, you might now find that adding a pinch of cinnamon to oatmeal or a dash of rosemary to roasted vegetables makes them far more appealing. It's important to be mindful of nutrition during this stage. A reduced sense of taste or smell can sometimes lead people to eat less, risking nutrient deficiencies. Balancing appealing flavors with healthy choices ensures your meals are both enjoyable and beneficial, including a variety of colorful fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains can help maintain both health and satisfaction. By embracing this change with curiosity instead of frustration, you can discover new favorites that suit your current needs and keep mealtime a source of joy and connection. One of the most overlooked changes in your body is how your brain registers thirst. You might go hours without drinking water, not because you're well hydrated, but because your body simply does not send the same clear signals it once did. The mechanism that tells you, "I'm thirsty," becomes less sharp with age, and as a result, dehydration can sneak up quietly. You may think you're fine until you suddenly feel fatigued, tired, or notice that your mouth feels unusually dry. This change happens for a variety of reasons. The part of the brain responsible for regulating thirst, the hypothalamus, becomes less responsive over time. Your kidneys, which help manage fluid balance, may also lose some efficiency. Add to that the fact that many older adults intentionally drink less water to avoid frequent trips to the bathroom, and you have a recipe for chronic low-level dehydration. Even mild dehydration can affect your energy, mood, and ability to concentrate, making daily life more challenging without you realizing why. You might notice subtle signs before they become serious: feeling unusually tired in the afternoon, having a mild headache, or experiencing muscle cramps could all be your body's way of saying it needs more fluids. Even changes in your skin, such as it feeling less supple, can be linked to insufficient hydration. Unlike hunger, which is hard to ignore, the muted thirst response after 75 can make these signals easy to dismiss. One of the simplest ways to counter this is to build hydration into your routine. Rather than waiting for thirst to guide you, keep a glass of water where you sit most often. Sip on herbal tea, or include foods with high water content, like melons, oranges, or cucumbers, in your meal. You might also find that starting and ending your day with a small glass of water becomes a quiet but powerful habit. The goal is not to force yourself to drink excessive amounts, but to gently maintain steady hydration throughout the day. Doing so can help prevent fatigue, dizziness, and even reduce the risk of urinary tract infections, which become more common with age. It's one of those small but important acts of care that supports every other system in your body. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed to Wise Living yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any video. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 3. Your skin becomes more sensitive to everyday contact. By the time you reach 75, your skin has been through decades of sun exposure, weather changes, and the natural loss of collagen and elasticity. What many people don't realize is how these changes make the skin far more sensitive to touch and environmental factors. A gentle bump against a table might leave a bruise. A short time in the midday sun can cause redness or irritation faster than it used to. Even fabrics that once felt soft may now cause mild itching or discomfort. This heightened sensitivity occurs because the protective barrier of the skin becomes thinner with age. The fatty layer under the skin that cushions and protects it diminishes, and the small blood vessels closer to the surface are more prone to breaking. Your skin's ability to produce natural oils also declines, which means it can become drier and more fragile. The result is skin that reacts more quickly to pressure, friction, and temperature changes. You may notice that minor injuries like a scratch from gardening or a nick while shaving take longer to heal and leave more visible marks than before. Even something as simple as leaning your arm on a countertop for a while might leave a temporary indentation or discoloration. This isn't simply cosmetic, it's a signal that your skin now needs extra care and attention. To stay healthy and comfortable, adjusting daily habits can make a big difference. Wearing lightweight, breathable fabrics can help prevent irritation. Using gentle, fragrance-free moisturizers regularly can restore some of the skin's protective barrier and improve comfort. When spending time outdoors, even for a short period, applying sunscreen and wearing protective clothing can help shield sensitive skin from UV damage. It's also important to pay attention to hydration and nutrition. Drinking enough water and eating foods rich in healthy fats, such as avocados or walnuts, can help keep the skin more resilient from the inside out. And when small cuts or bruises occur, cleaning them promptly and protecting the area can reduce the risk of infection and promote faster healing. While it may feel strange to suddenly have to think about protecting your skin from everyday contact, it's actually a sign of how much your body has endured and adapted over the years. With a few simple adjustments, you can keep your skin comfortable and healthy, allowing you to stay active and confident in your daily life. Number 4. Your sleep needs change in unexpected ways. One of the most surprising changes is how your relationship with sleep evolves. You might find that you fall asleep earlier in the evening, wake up before the sun, or have trouble staying asleep through the night. What may feel even stranger is that you can wake up feeling tired, even after what seems like a full night's rest. This is because the structure of your sleep changes with age. With less time spent in the deep restorative stages your body and mind rely on. Deep sleep is where the body repairs tissues, consolidates memories, and restores energy. As you grow older, you naturally spend more time in lighter sleep stages, making you more prone to waking up during the night from noises, discomfort, or the need to use the bathroom. Hormonal changes, including lower levels of melatonin, also make it harder to fall back asleep once you're awake. The result is that even if you spend the same number of hours in bed, the quality of that sleep may not be the same. Daytime habits can also play a role. Many older adults take naps during the day, which can be refreshing, but sometimes interfere with nighttime sleep. Medications for blood pressure, heart health, or pain can affect sleep patterns as well. Even changes in lifestyle, such as less time spent outdoors in natural light, can disrupt the body's internal clock. While these changes can be frustrating, they don't mean restful nights are out of reach. Creating a consistent sleep routine can help signal your body when it's time to wind down. Keeping your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet can make it easier to stay asleep. Avoiding caffeine later in the day, limiting long naps, and getting exposure to natural light in the morning can also make a noticeable difference. If you find yourself waking earlier than you used to but still feeling rested, it may simply be your body's new rhythm. On the other hand, if fatigue is affecting your daily life, talking with a healthcare provider can help uncover any underlying issues, such as sleep apnea or restless leg syndrome. The important thing to remember is that your sleep patterns are not a measure of your worth or capability. They are simply a reflection of how your body's needs have shifted with time. By working with those changes rather than against them, you can still enjoy restorative rest that supports your health and well-being. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed to Wise Living yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any video. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 5. Your body recovers from small illnesses much more slowly. One of the first changes you may notice after 75 is that your body takes longer to bounce back from even the smallest health setbacks. A mild cold that once passed in a few days might now linger for over a week. A small cut or scrape that used to heal quickly may require more time and attention. This isn't a sign that you're doing something wrong, but rather that your body's natural repair systems have slowed with age. The immune system, which works hard to fight off infections and repair damaged tissue, simply operates at a gentler pace than it did decades ago. The slowdown can make everyday inconveniences feel like bigger disruptions. A seasonal flu might leave you feeling drained far longer than before, and even routine dental work or minor surgery may take more out of you than you expect. The reason lies in the way your cells renew themselves over time, and the body produces fewer of the specialized cells needed for rapid healing, and the ones it does produce may not be as efficient. Add in the fact that your circulation may not be as strong as it once was, and it's easy to see why recovery feels different now. While this change can be frustrating, it also offers a valuable reminder to be more patient with yourself. Rushing to get back to normal after being under the weather can sometimes do more harm than good. Instead, allowing your body the rest and nourishment it needs can help you heal more completely. For example, if you used to go back to your daily walk the day after feeling ill, you might now benefit from waiting another day or two to give your strength time to return. This slower recovery also underscores the importance of prevention. Small steps like staying up to date with vaccinations, eating nutrient-rich foods, and maintaining gentle but regular exercise can help your body be ready for whatever comes its way. And just as importantly, listening to your body's signals, whether that means napping during the day or taking a break from strenuous chores, can make the healing process smoother. Perhaps the most powerful shift is in perspective. Slower recovery isn't a defeat, it's a natural stage of life that calls for wisdom and self-care. When you stop measuring your health by how fast you bounce back and start measuring it by how fully you recover, you begin to respect the pace your body now needs. Over time, this respect can become one of your greatest tools for staying well after 75. Number 6. Your balance is affected by subtle changes in eyesight. As you age, balance often becomes more challenging, and the cause isn't always in your legs or inner ear. It can quietly start in your eyes. Vision plays a major role in helping you understand where you are in space, judge distances, and move safely through your environment. When eyesight changes subtly, it can alter your depth perception and coordination in ways you may not notice until you find yourself feeling unsteady. These changes can be so gradual that you might not connect them to your balance. A small decline in peripheral vision can make it harder to detect obstacles, while even minor shifts in depth perception can cause you to misjudge a step or curb. Conditions such as cataracts, glaucoma, or age-related macular degeneration may progress slowly, but they can influence the signals your brain relies on to keep you stable. Even changes in the way your eyes adjust to light can play a role. Moving from a bright outdoor space into a dim hallway may briefly throw off your footing. This connection between vision and balance is why an unexpected stumble in a familiar place shouldn't be brushed off. The brain depends on clear visual cues to help your body react quickly to changes in terrain, avoid hazards, and maintain posture. When those cues become less precise, your body must work harder to keep steady, especially in low light conditions or busy, cluttered spaces. There are practical ways to adapt. Regular eye exams can catch the changes early, and updating your prescription lenses or treating eye conditions can make a noticeable difference in your stability. At home, improving lighting, especially in hallways, staircases, and entryways, can reduce the chance of missteps. Wearing supportive shoes, keeping walkways clear, and using handrails where available can provide extra security as you adjust to these shifts. It's also helpful to strengthen the body's other balance systems. Gentle exercises like Tai Chi or water aerobics can train your muscles, joints, and inner ear to compensate when visual input is less reliable. Practicing slow, deliberate movements in safe environments builds confidence and helps your body adapt to these subtle changes without fear. Recognizing the role your eyesight plays in balance isn't about limiting what you do. It's about understanding how to stay safe and steady while continuing to live fully. By paying attention to these quiet signals and making thoughtful adjustments, you can protect your independence and move with more confidence in every part of your day. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 6 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed to Wise Living yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any video. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. You might step outside on a chilly morning and feel only mildly cool, even though the air is cold enough to make a younger person shiver. Or on a hot summer day, you might not sense just how warm it is until fatigue or dizziness sets in. This diminished sensitivity is more than just a curious change. It can increase your risk for both hypothermia and heat-related illnesses. This shift happens because the body's temperature regulation system becomes less efficient with age. The skin's sensory receptors, which send signals about heat and cold to the brain, become less responsive. At the same time, the circulatory system and sweat glands may not react as quickly to help the body cool down or warm up. For example, your body might not shiver soon enough to generate heat in the cold, or you may not sweat enough to cool yourself in the heat. Certain health conditions and medications can make this change more pronounced. For instance, diabetes, heart disease, or thyroid disorders can affect how the body manages temperature. Medications for blood pressure, depression, or allergies may also alter the body's normal heat and cold responses. These factors can work together to create situations where you don't realize you're in danger until symptoms appear. Awareness and preparation are the best defenses. In cooler months, dressing in layers and wearing hats or gloves can help retain body heat. In warmer weather, wearing light, breathable fabrics and staying in shaded or air-conditioned areas can keep you from overheating. Drinking water regularly, even if you don't feel thirsty, supports your body's ability to manage temperature, especially in heat. At home, keeping an eye on the thermostat and using a small fan or space heater can help you maintain a comfortable and safe environment. If you're spending time outdoors, try to check the weather beforehand and plan activities during the mildest parts of the day. Paying attention to early signs, such as slight confusion, unusual fatigue, or changes in skin color, can give you time to act before the situation becomes serious. It's a sign that you must rely more on awareness and good habits to protect yourself. With the right precautions, you can enjoy each season without letting heat or cold catch you off guard. This is one more way to maintain comfort, safety, and confidence as you continue living life fully after 7. Number 8. Your voice may naturally grow softer and thinner. One of the less talked about changes after 75 is the way your voice can shift in tone, strength, and clarity. You might notice that people ask you to repeat yourself more often, or that your voice feels weaker after a long conversation. Even without illness or strain, it can sound softer, higher, or less steady than it once did. These changes are often gradual, so you may not realize how much your voice has transformed until you hear a recording of yourself or someone points it out. This happens because the vocal cords, like every other muscle in the body, lose some mass and flexibility over time. The tissue around them may thin, and the muscles that control breath support can weaken, making it harder to project your voice. The cartilage in the larynx, which houses the vocal cords, can also stiffen, affecting pitch and tone. Together, these shifts can make your voice sound different, even if your speech and personality remain the same. Environmental factors and lifestyle habits can also influence these changes. Years of talking over background noise, exposure to dry air, or even mild acid reflux can cause the vocal cords to become irritated or less resilient. Some medications may contribute to dryness in the throat, which can make speaking for long periods more tiring. The good news is that your voice can be maintained and even strengthened with a bit of care. Staying hydrated keeps the vocal cords flexible, while gentle exercises such as humming, reading aloud, or practicing sustained vowel sounds can help keep the muscles active. Breathing from the diaphragm rather than the chest gives your voice more power without strain. It's also worth paying attention to your posture. Standing or sitting tall allows for better airflow, which directly supports a stronger voice. If you notice persistent hoarseness or sudden changes, it's wise to consult a healthcare professional, as these can be signs of treatable conditions. Your voice is more than just a way to communicate, it's part of your identity. Even if it becomes softer or thinner, it still carries the wisdom, humor, and character you've built over a life. By caring for it intentionally, you ensure that your voice continues to reflect who you are, and that it remains a tool for connection, storytelling, and leaving an impression long after the conversation ends. Final thoughts as we wrap up this look at 8 truths about aging. After 75, it's worth pausing to think about what these changes really mean for your life. They aren't signs that you're fading or losing your value. They're reminders that your body has carried you through decades of living, adapting, and experiencing. Each shift, whether it's slower recovery, a softer voice, or new sleep patterns, is a natural part of this stage of life. The more you understand them, the better you can adjust and keep enjoying the moments that matter most. You might recognize some of these truths in your own daily life already. Maybe you've noticed your skin reacting differently to sunlight, or you've found yourself needing water before you feel thirsty. Perhaps a favorite food no longer tastes quite the same, or you've caught yourself waking earlier than you used to. These aren't small things to ignore. They're signals helping you learn how to live well within your body's current needs. What matters most is how you respond to them. By approaching each change with curiosity instead of frustration, you turn them into opportunity. You can try new flavors, explore different activities that suit your balance and energy, or adopt habits that keep your skin and voice strong. These shifts don't close doors, they simply lead you to different ones, often opening experiences you might not have considered before. It's also important to remember that you're not alone in this. Millions of others are navigating the same adjustments, learning how to protect their health, while embracing the joys of later life. Sharing your experiences, both the challenges and the victories, can inspire and encourage others, while also helping you feel more connected. At Wise Living, thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.